I quite remember Satanamo ultimate for many honorable Makoyungo, the late honorable Makoyungo Dinkoma. Now when you be a man and woman is Obo because violence begets violence. So anytime I hear talency, some memory no a fresh my dream. Honorable BT Baba, a member of parliament, and my this year talency. Honorable, you're watching Wakwaba. Bibi Aboko dear.
Boko, my messenger would tearful. Talisi constituents.
Na talency to say.
Talisi,
a young,
a pa, a Hubien, both presidential and parliamentary, a best sweeping.
Hey,
yes.
At the end, we just saw the Casas.
Send me a sitting MP.
Yes.
And a voluntarily, no, Messimenko.
Okay.
And a memo quine. Some branch here. More talisi, almost war political ambition, or Mompie. And I've nipa 14, say seat no near lucrative, and then you're a stronghold, and you're 14 aspirants. You ever file no, not 8. No more to me file here. Mind you, Biachi. Messi, the over winner, no, on our me candidate. And so apart the all winning here, no, only a candidate. Many omunina kabom before, during, and after.
Yeah.
Say, Obia obe winning no, yena yam fire, what the man. Sanity what talisi.
What talisi.
There's unity in talisi. And so with unity lies strength.
Yeah.
And it will be anti-me infiltrated.
But that is the NDC.
Yeah.
What about a year Abayi, the Monday morning, the Juma 1 year? A big mura talency why be mama for a dream be say oh and he went to my MPPA.
Then now Betty Aka. First almost a Paulo Dam. Paulo Dam a very typical story Obia Ekanwasen. $11 million and so if you know. Me ma alcohol premium no. Nanka leadership say yanko. Ni yanko share ni assess ya antimi yanko. But me no ka say Ungrofu or Quines or Coho. I could share the true state of it. Because I mean, my report and almost could verify. Until could verify, I will who say, I'm part she and Kosu. You call ye fanfare, so cutting ceremony, maybe be a woho. But realistically, no, a move. Ube who say almost started see dying. Say omo offices, yeah. Baby, omo ko excavate.
In fact, apatano na kan wasem no. Apatano mu see here.
Yes. Okay. Any niema say omo tutu form. And some champagne where there.
Yeah, infidel.
One soon na tutu annual free soon to dredge it, yeah. So that volume of water. After that, Number 2. Omoko community be or talisi, a friend of Pusunamo.
Pusunamo.
Yes, I Pusunamo no as I seek the house. In fact, we share a region noir.
Yeah.
Talisi was assassin. Says here, Bolga say, assassin, asa. Assassin do do our talisi. Anti almost a affordable housing scheme. Yema omo assassin almost omo akotwa sword copy men is it 1 or 2 structures bia emphasize say nipa crap question and omo
structure net say
well it's say make say emphasize say only utilities bia wo ho wo de nipa be ko akotena ba bia nso ni ho only nipa be ko akotena ba bia electricity ni ho access to road and other facilities.
But that's the same thing on Mokafa Saglemi housing project.
And no crap on the most grievous offense at this country government here.
No, my point is say
yes.
Issues here we raise here.
Yes.
See yes, structure and so and so Kania anyone. Yes. But see that's the same concern.
Yes, same concern.
So
and the American I found to say
yeah.
Time they ever host to all African games. Me serve on sports committee. A year me ya say yet tam sika pepre. Ediko renovate obi hostel, private hostel. Na saglemen wo ho. Na sa sika no deficiencies de mo say enu nti na mo ntimi nko use no. Sa sika no be ko timi akọ restore electricity and water. Na nkrofo betimi. It be games village. Na e say e kanu enko dosu. It has been my advocacy. But ye baby ye betimi akọ ye bibi near see ya timi host 2 games. So legacy for the games no e wo he. Students no a okay baby say students omo resume ye no omo say omo pe omo hostel. And permanent volunteers are omo wo sa facilities are omo renovate ye. Ni na kire say ya ndwe oman no.
And in fact na say ensuo tutu ekura no. Ensuo no nwunu fa ho nyina.
Yes. So media ba hu say sika say no ne corruption no ne sena omo dwen Ghana ho no. Amba we dey ya entertain omo too much. Shaitan de ye wo aban mu. Bibi kakra obe hu say na TUC Foodnam Street. Bibi kakra obe hu say Nagrat. Obe hu say
CCT collection of
consent. Ahimfo nyina kasa. Sesi ahimfo sen na e kasa. Omo ndu edu. TUC omo aye kom. Na say TUC ye vibrant to say na ye nim TUC as workers party. Wo baby a. And Kwame Nkrumah who said they are part of the political development of this country. And it no mamu sa dan kese no to recognize their role in the independence of this country. Na muti ho. Na say enya me colleague Abrakwa. Mu were members on this board. Na mu akọ tam. Hotels are air functional. Our occupancy rate very high. More marketing no anya din. Na mo be treaty sa facility no say enye facilities. The ebe mamu revenue account send a pension pay for workers. Ebe kosroa. And you are begging to meet government. They should have been hitting the streets. Look, let nobody deceive us here. Because police, Bekfa, the court injunction, and so on and so forth. And this type of court injunction, and the fact that the judiciary entertained them, without recourse to the constitution giving powers for the citizenry to express themselves, is very, very unfortunate. And Missy, let us all go on the street. Let them come and line up and shoot. You will kill some. Majority will survive. Those who will live will remember those who have passed on. And then a French Revolution by. French Revolution, it was because of bread, the cost of bread. And that citizens no say, hey, where they are penny, no boy else. Aristocrats or more sad time. No. Almost say, Wama order say Nkumom. A group time beer. Commander no say what? I did the Omokuno, and yet the same thing I see.
Exactly.
That was how the Bastille came about. What about the 28th February this thing, Christian Mall shooting? Except it's peaceful demonstration. And I also there be Yakun Saja Jetenomo. Omumoja dia omushegu maga Ghana yeti nyanya independence and kwakwa. We must stand up. We must stand up. Me as an ex-serviceman, I didn't see General Champon School. I didn't see that. But I can talk about what I saw. And I can talk about June 4th, 31st December Revolution because I was in service. And I can talk about the role even I played. we have sacrificed for this country. That is why, say, BB, to say recruitment into the security services. The first concern is to build an institution or institutions that would defend the interests of the state and not political parties.
But answer the sound common.
Yes.
What advice based on your kind of what advice to organize labor and say, someone forget about some besia mampeni, to monteso. Yes, and on about stop. Sa ayi anamoya Bible.
Let me tell you. Previously, the board before them, taking decisions about is it UBA Bank, some bank,
Merchant Bank, Money Fortes.
Yes, the board had power to do that, but the board did not take unilateral decision. A wider consultation, and Cecilia Woody or Japa the hand that is helping you to lay the golden eggs for you to pay. Now you are giving it to an individual for him to manage.
Information Minister Fatima to Abubakar also when you're just an individual where a Ghana near or Wosika will bet me a solve problem or what's happening. It hadn't dinner.
Ghana any. I didn't so omunim so ye onu or bet me a solve problem. Why say Omo brother consultation? The thing is that did you consult?
Who be assassinate?
Maybe so munyina.
Okay.
Including Mameno. On the time the Ben ya won. Now the contribution towards Senate saying people should not hide behind political power. Say, buying a was so yet me BPR. You rule the country with common sense.
Why not Brian a champion? Why not? Why not Rock City?
I'm not targeting him as an individual per se. I'm talking generally that an individual, whether he is qualified or not, did they do broader consultation? They didn't. And you know, the way the system is going, it's leading to dictatorship.
Oh, sir.
I'm telling you. Not even President Rawlings with all the armaments around him. Did he take decisions unilaterally? Otherwise, somebody like Lisbeth Onyemi could not have been the editor of graphic during the reign of President Rawlings. You know what she was writing? Strong opponent. But when they were looking for somebody to become the editor of Daily Graphic, and the said team brought names, you know, he asked, but where is that lady who has been writing and so on? And so she's not one of us. I said, is she qualified? They said, yes. Give it to her.
Wow.
That is the type of leadership we want in this country. Take President Mahama. When he took over, there's one General Obed. He was President Kufuor's ADC.
Aiding camp.
Yes. And then he was like posted to the staff college. He became the CDS under President Mahama.
Yeah.
Because that institution is a professional institution. And so when you are recruiting people, a case offer nipa on the professional in outlook.
But and your man you kua omodom.
Okay. They can be part of your people, but they must go through the processes.
Okay, that leads me to
yes.
Yeah. Interior Minister Pesuo Hunu Madansi Die. MPs bang no more MPP MPs yamo almost slotty. So mumpia party for Enco police and immigration in the academy.
Now I say on one or kind. Asem no nyina wono so source of approval. But let me tell you, I did the year press conference and Rano was based on the fact that prior to this release of this letter, at the Committee of Defense and Interior, you receive hell on this kind of recruitment without due recourse to the processes. Now process no yes saying.
And later they will refer to Ghana Police Service.
Ghana Police Service, you advertise.
Yeah.
And for that matter, it affects all the security services. You advertise. You don't advertise in a particular year and create a vacuum or some backlog of people that in subsequent years you recruit them. It's never done because of one, age-related factors. Two, na maminchira age-related. Ebia ubefa nipa age between 18 and 25. Na me year 24. I just say me qualify for that period. How can I qualify in 2024?
What term?
Number two, health reasons. Yeah, you know, health-related issues also.
Yeah.
And the minimum true health-related issues or to qualify. Number three, there is no way you could have screened that backlog of people, including those you recruited, in 1 year. Now what document now? Fine, for police who crap on bet me I can say more training schools, baby. National Police training school, Polu or constituency, who and then Kofredia and so on.
That's a normal.
Yeah, and then National Police this.
Yeah.
But for prisons, for instance, prisons, almost one training school for both recruits and cadets. Facility the almost, let me just put it at 400. 400 that you can recruit.
Facilities no more.
Yes.
A bit magic. Any perform
na nipa benya baby a wobeda na on you comfortable and to be treated as a human being no. Yemfa no say 400. A whole facility no na training cadets and recruits. Me my friend nipa were prisons. In fact, for almost 15 years na me recruit nipa were prison service. My year commandant to a prisons officers training school. Meaning I did the America. Yen funding pa for prison service. Near the Noako Ankafo prison, maximum security prison. Say Uncle Yen recruit training war. And now in some 1 million security prisons. Uncle Yen regimental training war. It is not done. Because to get an instructor, that instructor must be a seasoned officer, well trained, and have the capacity to impact knowledge. Apart from that, the character and the conduct, he must be an emblem of a professional prison officer. And yet, the institution. Now, what creating illegal training centers?
Yes.
Now, find nipa 2,000. Now, say, they spend, let's say, 4 months. Some even more. Now, Omaba training school in less than 1 month, we graduate. Ebinu crap on Mumbai training school, no more graduate recently in Ankafo. Now also work prison officer. Only professional prison officer. Only
it's the current idea omo person mu ye. And he found no do many actually because me kind
who say
most parliamentary candidates. Yeah, more 30 slots.
Yes.
A MPP parliamentary candidates.
Yes.
I from say omudi way.
Well, say, look, information and intelligence gathering can come from within. Say, baby, womu party no more money in J. Adidie Kosono. To be very honest with you, there are decent people there who want the good of this country, who want democracy to thrive. Among them, the dangers of politicizing the security agencies. I did bet me, and you should be talking about these things.
Absolutely.
They shouldn't leave it on the opposition people to talk about it.
But more politicizing will come back.
Almost politicizing, and why one almost slot. Whether the person is qualified or not. Form. Physical fitness by physical appearance. Ebi anipako onye flat foot. Oni ma di the flat foot. Nine asino se tokro wom. Tokro nun eno na ebu ubetimi agina for a very long time. Oti asie. Obi wo ho a oba na waye obese. Ushe no crap waye akokra ana akokra before oba training.
Yeah.
What the age group were SCD. But because of the corruption related to this kind of appointments, Nipakuno wakako tiaska. Wafado. That was about training school. But
share Ghana Police Service so sasa slots no omo form. Is it instructive?
It's not. It's not. That's why I said I've done recruitment for 15 years.
Yeah.
Go to the prisons and ask.
The protocol about at where we say.
Let me tell you. Menka say they don't even take protocol. But the standard procedure that you have appeared before the instructors or the board and have gone through the body selection. Body selection, no, you have prerequisite for you to go through the next stage.
Yeah.
Now you show document. Say per the application requirement. Say yeah, nipa with this level of academic qualification, who will be an unibi. There are so many people without it. I'm telling you currently.
But sorry, if that is the scrutiny on what is your fears over the party for the call?
The reason why it will be one advertising. Nka o advertise a on kan che omo say omo fa omo wo slots. Ye ombe timi afa nipa. You let them go through the normal process. And at the end of it, say utro exam na o pass here. They publish it. You publish here, you be control I did your obey the next stage. The next stage no be say go and report at designated places for your letter to commence medical examination. And medical examination, in a government hospital. Preferably police or military hospitals.
Yeah.
With the hope that the doctors will display professionalism and will not encourage anybody with life-threatening ailment. I say life-threatening ailment to join. Do you know that currently, make us say, some of them, because they are obese and they cannot control their weight, almost hypertension.
Hey. Almost several sabri.
I tell you, because timi ye jumano. Because yes, because go through rigorous training, ebe ma ye who say we or you physically fit for the next 10, 15, 20 years, obetimi aye ejuma de din by which time the rank structure they no be ko baby appropriate to his rank.
So in this case, honorable scrutiny na woka wasano enkoso.
Na mamenka chro. Even whilst under training, your 10 fingers fingerprint, pam. The police forensic laboratory will come and take everybody's fingerprint to be sure that you don't have a criminal record to warrant you to join the security service. Says here, American, those things are not applicable. Yes, because so you can see that some of them obviously can infiltrate into the security agencies.
And I will make it clear.
Yes.
They are not applicable, and I say they are not done.
They are not done.
Wow.
They are not done. Me, when I was being recruited into the service, not as a OR, I went like this. They took my fingerprint.
But the okay, since when?
I'm talking about...
No, make us say the okay, which is not done.
Me joining service, 1977.
No, as for your own,
Yes.
I get it too.
But
the Yasasana any applicable. Since when?
I can't give the date specifically, but it is not being done. And because you may have reasons for not doing that, that is why the other processes might be seen to be in place. The other processes, even merely appearing before the interview panel, can suggest the type of character that you can portray if you are given the opportunity to serve in the a particular security organization. Yeah. So if people are complaining, say, where you should let away, Abe country dated 7th July 2023, say, would the backlog activities no Abe a year? They should come and tell us when they advertise for the current exercises that they are doing.
The Interior Minister.
Yes, he should come and tell us when.
So if I get
because this letter, you can read it. If I read it, you may think that I'm concocting my own story.
Yeah, and letter with the instructions here, Grace and Kofi, Assistant Commissioner of Police Director, Public Affairs. Titira Samye, police conclude its 2021-2022 recruitment exercise. The Ghana Police Service brings to an end its 2021-2022 recruitment process with an invitation to the last batch of successful candidates to report for medical screening and training. We wish all candidates well as they begin the process of becoming part of our noble institution charged with the constitutional mandate of maintaining law and order in the country. No. Not just a backlog be any
backlog be any.
Yeah, the abandon here.
Yes, and this over new recruitment. I just say you are mandatorily bound to advertise. Why yes, I don't know. So say yes, you are raising red flags, and yes, you receive red flags. First number can no. Until I say yeah, Juma say yes. Untimin kotia. Not was our kotia every year. Sir, excuse no more demand. Now say see I know what is the guarantee say we no more through adverts no. They filled police forms, they filled prison forms, they filled the other security services forms and untina form and the justification for backlog. You don't have any locals. I don't have to utter a word.
But also point they say most of them call for the MPs no NDC MPs. Every friend I catch and say almost one call for
would you say onunaka? Me, I'm speaking for myself. Onunaka. Me maintain bibiasa. Otherwise, your leadership the country say, this is it. Maintain bibiasa. I stand for the due processes in the recruitment of persons into the security services. And I'll tell you why. Sincere Unim said through this process, there can be elimination by substitution.
How?
Why? Yes. Me kuta me party card. Like one recruit went to some training school. On kuta letter bia yes o letter one or ye party card. Hona yeah for party card wa ha. O say asimesi na say me for party card. Can you see such a person say our senior grader, let's take it in the security services, want to me destabilize this country?
Well, because a party agreed with it.
Yes. And no be until I can say ye dream and quite We shouldn't talk about NDC MPP.
Now, immediate threat.
There are some already in the system, in the officer corps. There are people who now know that say ukuta party card, your progression in the system is guaranteed. There are people who are in the system, who party card. Say even say who do retiring age, you can continue to be in the system. You get the point? Because you free hoa. The next person on kuta party card, but professionally competent to do the work. Politically, dangerous for the stability of this country. Sorry, kasatia, these whole processes. We must make Ghana to work again. We must make Ghana that we all want to be. We must ensure that any Ghanaian who is qualified by whatever means, whether he is from a particular tribe or not, but once meets the criteria, can get enlisted into the security services. The esprit de corps within the security services hangs on one, the unitary command. Say, Omonim says CDS, say, on the head of the Ghana Armed Forces. The Omo military high command, Omo army commander, Omo navy commander, Omo air force commander, and the others are Omo Buano, Omo constituted military high command. Omo be ye promotioner, Omo nim say, ye were various selection board. Now say, military secretary releasing a list on promotions and retirement. A genuine who officer the air factory no say yes, a genuine. But say do stage be na ube ye those things are na u share say me ya kwada, but me loyal to a political party. And I'm seniors wo na would your mo akoto nkyene na wa fa me akwada no abeto soro.
Yeah.
In the military, no once you junior subordinate, obe deals no. I say, who any would intake makes no na be coffee.
Asemi who came media dance you. Somewhere in 2018, there were reports and there suggested BBC or Ghana Police Service muna some of the security agencies. Yes. So at this time now, mo hunu we amanya inter we ya mo twe abanya adwensi so no so ema mo sa postre we no e die na mo be se de be ya de tele ne besi.
Very good. Say your leader will file a motion. You be file a motion now. You can say a bipartisan inquiry into it, so that I did the achiano. Now you are thinking, I should say now we can get this thing nip in the bag to allow first and foremost the professionalism of all the security agencies to prevail. They make it. They say my a victim of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been a victim of it, and I'm not bitter about it. Victim of it say. Say because say my background, my revolutionary days and so on. About society. In an attempt to get me out of what I call national reconciliation, I was the first officer to appear.
Yeah.
But because I was professional in my work, I distinguished myself. What is here? But say nka, me was a bonia. And fata say udiye nipano. I believe that some of them who later became president, ministers of state, and are in the political parties here and there may not have been alive today. And they know it. But then I was DSP. At least some of them are in the current government. Some have passed their prime and they are at home, but key members of it, because of professionalism, that even say, made nipa prison, I got detained, no. The omo I've been born crap per se, me more dafon.
What did nipa prison?
Yes,
I got detained, no.
Yes.
Omo wa dwen born if enya ya kona form.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm telling you. And I won't mention names because it will be an embarrassment to them to be in the society. I'm telling you
that. What's uncle for so more the breakers here?
Yes.
Whether
Abemu or more sympathizers so. But let me tell you. So therefore on me here Jumano. They are aware of this. Make up 5 prison standing orders Tromo said by our rule, no, you are supposed to treat a prisoner with the dignity that he deserves as a human being. So at time no need any mattresses.
Yeah, I'm glad to say what the example was.
Yes,
because in recent times, no, say issues be says here, yeah, man for say professional police for normal way.
That's
I mean, we should touch him and South. Yes, now we are a registration exercise of course na a man for the true about registration center now post registration one no helpless. You ask yourself a professional policemen now ometima kwa asem ni mu am ya pen poma sibere no omo way
na me kan show me na me wo me let's take it back to the recruitment. Say pressures no beba, but you need to be focused. Because your mandate is given to you in the convening order, establishing the board and making you the chairman to recruit the people. Anything that will deviate it, stand on your toes and defend it. And I've been telling officers across board, those who I relate to, hey, be very careful. If you want a politician to ride on your back, he'll ride on your back. But be professional.
What is their fear?
Their fear is because of the politicization. Say, who one year, you be you free and now you may say, well, a binumo are victims of it. Yes. So, but it is rewarding. May we ask him not to please human beings, but to please the Almighty God.
Now, say you want what you
want, but Yanku Ponsu on himself or web video on our family. Nobody doing the work that will benefit the ordinary man, the poor man. Say, nipa de owo me krasi, and I will krasi, and I krasi wo baby. Betty me atwa ka kwan aba. Na owo line mu say ye be recruit no na obi su gina baabi owo tumi say obetimi ahwo ne bakrapo na ne banko ye djuma bia ana obepe djuma onu ankasa pe djuma ma no ana establish the boy na wo ko dina line mu free ahmachin ana oba ye 3 days uni baabi obeda obi veranda open space na wo ko da ho na wo line mu a na obi di ne car abatwem akọ hu panyin no na ne ba no ya atro ne din se onko fie wo fa process no mu akodu ba bia onim se why are there ka se fa ne afa wa na wo de uye wa dwin se wo wonti because you want to please the political class, because you want to please your own interest. Sena dachin bi ubenya promotion. Senya nkupo on that we. So me sad time no downtrodden. Na ubeba abeda training school. Tuntum my view. Why through Mika you have to go round a certain circuit. Now you be say yes. What qualify? Be a first 10. A trace a more on the Obi beko on Timinko. saa nipa no opanyin na edi ne ba ne afa no a wo ka ho a ebe ye ode.
Absolutely not.
So you must do what will please God and not what will please man.
But in situations like this, Inspector General of Police, IGP, the role no yana won susu no e de na wo so ye ejinati an wo ma bisa.
You see, what bisa question now? So besides our question, that might be called back to time a transition from PNDC era no to democratic era. And President Rawlings Bedi campaign. So I say that time no there was CDRs.
That's right.
No more baby. Now, I don't think I am for Munina was security services. No. I'll stand up for the generals and the heads of the other security services. Omujina said, no, we won't accept that kind of thing in our institutions. We're a professional institution. And we want everybody who qualifies to go through the mill. So you inform. Member service bakundi. Because my boy, it will be like I'm embarrassing that. Baku said on the obefa. Some Crawford no one instigating the remover. They were not professionals. But sad to me no. And my then boss, General Jangba de Mame, me yet recruitment now. Misro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it, the boss' work is a recommendation for him to accept or not to accept. Now, so you dinner who have the professional work now, I don't know about that too. So I'm saying all these things because I feel that, look, if you do the right thing and they say, okay, go home, you should be thankful to God that you didn't do the wrong thing as a professional service personnel. God will know how to reward you appropriately.
But IGP Damparia, ye boni dia no be a born in sense, obi a wa rise to the ranks. And as I say, ye this said the bray action sano. At the end, stop on, the end was a sinner, at the end was row.
Already the no crap or the example who insisted on it too much. Now we if he say that got about the political card be per se or to do as IGP.
Yes.
Do you see the point? Maybe it was employed to get him to get chicken out and give them the opportunity, meaning. But in Camedia, look. Me counterpart na Kofi Boachi who police. O ka kire me say be a mentor. Me na mama no sa to me no say otimi gina nya kokudro no. Oya me down for power.
Wow.
Because you need such people to do the right thing. There was a time obukofa nkrofo bi say omunko training wo baby. Me boss service no din. And wo entrance no omuhu say sa kwa no oba no unqualified. Send was soon and on to me Nantino, not on-call training. Where's Okua? The vacancy or training and Oku here. And almost a month offer opinion be opinions chair and offer sap opinion or school. Offer offer shoulders and Hunan. Or say on the opinion say na on the casa. Now, or you soon a title. Say, opinion say, and then would cast. Also, on this opinion, dear, what's our title?
Wow.
But so, also, we say, Churchill, one fat, Okon who opinion be, opinion no friend. And also want to me find the panel school. Ekoya ko drew baby. Eko drew hono and all besides our opinion. Me by Jumano, una training me. Say sana udi tete media. And dear my bonnet. I want for scientific and to me ye. Only the next promotion or more promote to no more ye free hope.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I want to mean permanent. He was doing his professional work. And that is the type of professionalism we want. I don't know, Bruchi. Yes,
okay.
We say we want a world-class police service, prison service, military, and so on. And I do, baby, you bet you say your professionalism, my point say, say no, then we chicken out. It's not proper.
By way of policy, and I'm shame no. At the end, I also say, you bet my work, and Bremukra, Sadabaya, a man of one sa, a yana Taiwa Bambo, and you many no, a bit me free.
Sir, I don't know. The system has its own way of, say, regulating, and into various boards and councils. And it's a BB crapwa. It should come from a recognized, instituted, or constituted board. And yes, sir, a be a one man, no, also say, we shouldn't entertain this thing. And coming elections, yes. Yeah, NDC for your need to. Yane Abuba. Police in share and son. Military in share and son. Prison share and son. Immigration may board there omo to no. Yankupon Bemaya 2. Yankupo 2 no. The other share and mono. And the Bemaya di Abano. Whether they like it or not, whether the EC and its staff manipulate anything, the country will say, Yankubo to me, and this beba, because Ghanaians in Yasu, or Ghanaians in Yasu. I say Ghanaians in Yasua, Yankubo Betty, yes, soon near Bible. And in Jesus' name, NDC will come to power.
Very honorable. Yeah, come here and say, Ben, Simedia Sape, Anthony Nupenua, traffic, there be a traffic bono.
Traffic bonus,
oh, over the Hajaba.
Be somewhere.
Over 8 and 9.
Kwame Kami knew what some son of only imagine knew what some son.
Greater Accra Regional Organizer, Emma NDC, Amajuku Bebucha for Monte, Honorable Benson Baba Tongo, Honorable BT Baba,
Benson Tongo Baba,
Benson Tongo Baba, or not telling a member of Parliament, Amadiche, and what talent see. Embesso na attending caro. Na ne nkomoya yedi wo interest. Say ye penepuma sibra. Eh for ne yemfa ye nche. What honorable can say bipartisan probe bi e wo mrahye bedwafie e betima aboa ma nokore na ba. Osanso ka bibi say structure no say the city dada na no. Eno abetima correct no. If only we have strong men wo beginetia such pressures. Well, so you have funny and nature.
Quite mature, not mature. I shall phone tear phone in a mature honorable. For me, for the past 7 to 8 years, Ghana ni fapim. I destroy and Akufuado. Oman Akufuado ni ba wa ba omeimun is to steal, destroy, and conquer. Until where we are now. The military as we knew before 2017, and yet the military any man. The interior sector, the police service, so the prisons, the fire, there is no commander there today that say integrity or honor. There are only few officers who still have some integrity left. But Omo said they are dining and whining with the current administration, no integrity. And acquire into the down structure of the services, because recruitments are cost so, and the kind of training I hear, people went to training and passed out 3 months just because government couldn't feed them, containing them in training facilities. Until you show more there. Ultimately, nam now one officer who need dressing or the nam promote and say, where from this? Are you getting me? In the course no. A idea say Yeni Ambri and take the election ahead of us as one of the panacea to save this nation. Ghana is going off because Omaya will economic factors Ninako off. Omaya will energy generation will be 4 years in Ibresu a somu a take year off from lack of capacity to generate. Our sustaining year, our mobile must say, yeah, were too much power. Enti say twitwa certain agreement na nka dey a sustainable power generation for an industrial country. Which came and ya back to a country that we are insufficient in power generation. Your power sector is gone. A country who educational facilities and educational sector no are all we hear is free SHS, but who come a year the proper researcher, all research institutions within the educational sector actually say your education and yeah
quality is questionable.
Yes, quality and quantity are questionable because what we are seeing there, it is not something that we can write home about. Omania will have infrastructure. In deficit will be gone, and then when you go around, you only see block and mortar mix and put as a structure, but there is nothing like equipment that can be put in there to give you an eye health. You should be a worried person. A country and show 30 minutes. People are stranded and say Ankobi enya torenchem and now we nya akwenshia na pese ye fan free kaswa eba Accra facility yentimi fan mba. That country is not a country we hope for. A country the youth unemployment is skyrocketing. Then people sit in their rooms, cook recruitment and give it to party apparatchiks who are not qualified. Some don't even have BEC. I'm telling you. People have passed out in this country and now only BEC. I don't have a problem if we can use them in a certain productive sector with the security service, but the proper thing must be done. We should structure it well. I don't believe, say, riding motorbike in Ghana Armed Forces or Ghana Police Service, you need to have a BEC if you are properly trained and you can think rightly. Are you getting me? We can utilize such people. But the kind of recruitment they call so it's mind-boggling. Now my way, because your currency is destroyed, it is rotten. So obibiara wa krade ewa manoni elandi ene a ontimi yi because all crown e bia na dollar ni 12 cedis and the dollar ni 15 cedis. The budget away no you are destroying. This is where we are.
Baba nim die ni nyansa da yesi ye de bedi sa de no wudwuma no ewai
nana ohini gifty
nanansa kwa
akasembi and it's very instructive. Say ye mistake na ye di akwa we president a
why
Baumia ye president of Maimua ebe ye adibi ebe fuafu ankrofo nu say mismit me your mampanyi
ebe so nkofo
because the analyzing him is like a clown. Excuse me to say that. It's a pure clown. That nya all country me no say wabon yenim say wabon bet or say nye no mampanyi. To have that energy to even say to people of the northern extraction say John Mahama has been president. It is Adini Befia. So what is your record of becoming a president? Then now say there is nothing. Your own home. And wali people have come out to say your abysmal performance. Buba. So parliamentary candidate here. Right, have you heard Buba's analysis these days? That is Baomia's cousin. So very unfortunate. Say this is what we have to compete with. And you see one or two people claim some intellectuals or my they want to push that down the throat of Ghanaians. I will not question anybody following such a bad record. All I can encourage myself and encourage the teaming NDC party executives and supporters say, so now instead of taking up the challenge to go into the mobilization aspect of the country, the NDC say you be encouraging Krofu want to register, those who have not registered, those who have come to resettle within more areas, say a transform vote so that they cannot be part of the apathy group, so that we can all drive towards 7 December to have a higher voter turnout for the NDC. Now we that is what will make these people feel emboldened to think that they can become president in this country. A gentleman I love so much, we have a very fine friendship. But I want to tell him, whatever strategy he thinks they will win this election with, I can tell him that that strategy will not fly. Part of it is to get people into recruitment, train them for 4 months, deploy them. Let me tell you, on election day, anybody who jokes in this country, we are dying with him at the polling station. Look, me bra penny herikoti. Meaning you're fine. Say if we think we attack officers on the election day, it won't fly. I want to also tell him that if officers think they'll be unprofessional on election day, we will attack them.
That's right.
Any EC official that will misbehave on election, they will beat him there. Look, in this registration, I have had cause to warn some EC officials. You will see what will happen.
But lawlessness, no.
Lawlessness. I mean, if lawlessness will restore dignity in this country, we will apply it. So lawlessness will install dignity, because people who we think should be lawful and professional and not be professional will not sit down and cow ourselves. Sure, Minia, this country must come back to its glory. And if lawlessness will be the application to bring it back to the state that we want, we will apply it.
Very well. Anthony Lukeberu, but that's also the better. Honorable BT Baba, Asani Bekono. Just a brief one on Sasa we all came. But you kind of me young shame and they say, hey, who a electoral official? Hey, how they show some more? How does that work?
Oh, and yes, sir. Sir, Akufo-Addo also can be this, sir, some time ago. Said the militants in our district will not accept anything. The same thing now, or express it. Yes, we am penny. And I'm telling you, nobody should underrate me, say, my knee, mean to me, yes, me, so me will make group, I met me out. Why say transparency, free, fair, and transparent elections near pet. But let me just chip in this one, briefly, based on the earlier one. Musimu be recruit nursing and teacher training allowances now munti to ya in several areas no. I need a muntia answer na match say mbe find nipa fufuro.
Very well. Asem honorable Medo Ase sounds not to
bisa Ghana Armed Forces. Soldiers have voluntarily retired from the service 9 months ago.
Yes.
They are refusing to pay them. Why are they not paying them?
Yes.
Question.
Upon Pipra, CDS, I am asking you, the men who voluntarily retired because their genius are being promoted over them. And I'm saying a film for but let me tell you, these are the people who will fly the flag of Ghana on 7th December. They will fly the flag of this country to restore dignity in our democracy.
May I say, Anthony Nukbenu? My goodness. Wow. Ojana shit. Greater Accra Regional Organizer, NDC, Amanyo Koro, and Professor Honorable BT Baba, Member of Parliament, Talensi, and Persuasion. I was a mediano Kwame, Katrina Miadoma, Yabesha. Bye bye.